welcome to Channel Yam. It's your girl Candace with the K. Welcome back in. Sorry that you guys haven't seen me for a while. Just been super busy at work and just life. But this is going to be another episode of Dating After Marriage. So just a little recap for you guys. So remember, Sage was with Teddy for over 10 years. They got a divorce. Sage is now single. She already went on her first date. She did not like the man because he was a little rude, talking about her tattoos and stuff like that. Then the second episode was her just facing Teddy after she found out Teddy has a son, just facing him and just pretty much cussing him out. And now she's planning a girls trip with her girls. So that is going to be the episode today, is after all of that stuff. This episode is called The Trip. So here we go. Tammy is helping Sage plan for the Miami girls trip. They already have friends who live in Florida, so a lot of people don't have to fly out. Sage is just like, oh my God, I'm so excited to go to Miami. She's never been. Sarah, their other best friend, has never been as well. So they're just planning their outfits and doing all that. So Sage, while she's at home planning and doing all the prepping, she's looking online like, where do the niggas be at? Where do the guys be at? So she figured out a couple of spots where they typically are at, and she's just in the Instagram social media of one of the places that they're gonna be at. It's called like Tom's Watch Bar or Tom's Bar or whatever. So she ends up liking like one of the posts, and in the comments it was this guy saying like, oh, he is a regular there. So Sage ends up clicking the man's page. She clicks it, and she just started liking photos, not paying attention to like if this guy's single, if he's married or whatever. So she's liking him. Next thing you know, she gets a DM. And she's like thinking it was like Sage or Tammy just sending her stuff to get ready for the trip and stuff like that. Next thing you know, it's the guy who she's been liking the photos of, and she's like, oh fuck. Like, he is an attractive guy, but she just got deep into the likes of liking a lot of this man's photos. And so this guy's name is Anthony. So Anthony ends up hitting her up in the DMs, and Sage immediately sends a text to Tammy and Sarah like, y'all, this man hit me up in my DMs. What should I do? And they're like, who is he? And she was like, oh, this guy, I went on somebody's social media for their restaurant, their bar, the Watch Tom's bar that I was sending to you guys. And they're like, oh, okay. What did he say? And they were like, Sage was like, oh, he only said, hey, like, what's up? And they're like, okay, respond to him. Okay. So they get to texting on the little Instagram DMs and whatnot. And so he was just telling her about all these other different places. Sage ends up telling Anthony that she's gonna come down there. And he's like, bet, let's hang out. And she's like, I really don't know you. I just was liking your posts and things like that. Whatever. Fast forward to Miami. Everybody's now in Miami. While they are in Miami, they end up going to the Tom's Watch Bar in Miami. And when they did, she didn't see Anthony. She wasn't expecting to see this man or whatever. Sage wasn't a stalker. The girls are getting lit. The shots are flowing because they're getting ready to experience a Miami's girls trip, and they're like, oh, let's bar hop, then go to the strip club and do all of these things. And Sarah and Tammy, they're not drinkers like Sage, so they were having troubles keeping up with the other girls who were there, just turning up, and they're like, yeah. So they're doing all of that. So Sage in her phone, she's like, oh, I'm a little bored of the girls. I want some action. And she was telling the other girls, like, girl, look at him. And they're like, hit him up and tell him you're in town now. And she's like, that's weird. What if he don't really look like what he looked like on this Instagram? So she ends up hitting him up and was like, okay, I am in your city. I am at Tom's Wash Bar, but we won't be here for too long. We're trying to hit up the next spot. We really want to go to a strip club. And he was telling her about a strip club called Baddie Shake or whatever. And they end up going there. And he was like, yeah, the food is good too. The girls are really cute. And Sage is like, I hope so. The name is called Baddie's Shake. So they ended up going to Baddie Shake. Anthony happened to already be there, and he looked exactly like what he looked like on his Instagram post. He was light skinned. He had long locks. Of course, the tattoos. He had a button-up shirt with some nice jeans, and you can see some of the little chest hairs on him. So Sage is like, ooh, this is him. He even looks better in person. So he's seen Sage and all the girls walk in or whatever. And Sage and the girls are like, should we get a booth? What we on? We on. And so he walks up to Sage and he hugs Sage, and Sage is like, y'all, he smells good. So Tammy is like, oh my God, girl. So he's like, I already got you guys a spot. Come to my section or whatever. So he had some of his friends there. They all were so tall. Sage is just like, oh, we should just move to Miami. And Tammy was like, are they all fine here? And Sarah was like, she was just speechless. She was speechless. You know, they're literally all single right now. So Anthony goes to Sage and was like, can I pull you? He wasn't talking about like, can I pull you for a chat like Love Island? He was like, can I pull you? Like, can I get you a drink, what you want, stuff like that. Everything's on me. And Sage is like, okay, like, I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm not gonna have sex with you. I just met you. And he's like, didn't nobody say all that, shawty? And then she was like, shawty? And he was like, because you think that I'm gonna buy you all this stuff that I want something in return. And she goes, yeah, that's usually what you guys do, is want things in return. So he ended up just getting Sage some wings. Lemon pepper with, of course, blue cheese for Miss Sage. So they get to talking and chatting. They had a light conversation. They were talking about their past relationships and things like that. It was really going really well for Sage. And after a while, they exchanged numbers. And Tammy's getting a little sick because she has too much of the liquor from the last place, and now it's catching up. So Sage is like, oh, I gotta get my girls home and things like that. And he was like, oh, I'll call you guys a lift. So Anthony ended up calling them a lift. They go back to the Airbnb and stuff like that. And Sage was just telling Sarah in the car, like, oh, this is a really nice guy, but it just feels like a lot of love bombing and things like that. We just met and he wants to do all these things. And he also wants to hang out tomorrow and go to Little Havana and things like that. And Sarah was like, do it. You're young, do it, have fun, turn on your locations, make sure we know where you guys are at. And she's like, whatever. So the next day, Sage ends up texting Anthony like, okay, I'm down to do the Little Havana little thing. So he ends up picking her up. He got Sage some flowers and things like that. So they're just going to Little Havana. Then they go and get some coffee and things like that, and they're walking through Little Havana. They're laughing, talking and stuff like that. And she's just asking him like, Anthony, you're such a handsome man, like, and I know you told me of your past relationships and things like that, but why are you still single? And he's like, I just haven't found the right person and things like that. I travel a lot for work, and so Sage was like, I just feel like you're love bumming me for some reason. And he's like, no, I vibe with you and I'm enjoying my time. And she goes, okay. But in the back of Sage's head, she's like, this nigga's up to something. So then, the next thing you know, it's around dinner time. The sun is going down. So they're going to a beach somewhere near where they were at. They get to the beach. And he gets what are those little things called? The little beach bed things that they have in Florida everywhere through one of the hotels. And he paid for it, and then they watch the sunset. This man, y'all, gets to put in his hand on Sage's thigh, and Sage inside just melted. They melted, y'all. They melted. Next thing you know, he starts kissing her neck. And Sage is in her mind like, oh, I don't have no condoms. I hope that this man ain't finna just fuck me, bro. And they start making out. It was just so beautiful. Like, his lips touching her lips. It was just amazing for them. And he starts to put his fingers, up her skirt. And Sage just like, and doing like all this moaning, and she was like getting louder and louder or whatever. And then she was like, hold on, we're going too fast. And he's like, no, we're not. And then Sage was like, okay. And so Sage whispered in his ear when she was making out with him and things like that, like, do you have a condom or whatever? Remind y'all, they are still on the beach. They have not left the beach. So at this point, it's dark. They made out through sunset. He was doing a little dibbling and dabbling under the skirt. So remember, y'all, this is a rated R series. And she feeling up on him. She liking what she feeling. She feeling his body and stuff like that. So he ends up telling her, no, I don't have any condoms on me. And so she was like, well, we need to stop before Big Jimmy over there slip in. And I don't even know you like that. And so Sage pulls out her phone and sees all these text messages from Tammy like, girl, where the fuck are you at? We've been calling you all day. And she's like, fuck, I gotta go. My friends are really looking for me right now. And you don't even have no condoms. And he's like, I still want to hang out with you. And Sage is like, this was a weekend trip. This was not no week or anything. So she's like, I literally have one more day here tomorrow, and I'm flying out first thing Monday morning. And he's like, I will come see you. And Sage is like, pump the brakes. Like, everything is moving so fast. And he's like, you know what? Let's go. So he ends up taking Sage to his house. Sage gets to his house, and it's just so beautiful. Everything's beautiful. The kitchen is beautiful. Everything. And she's just like, oh my God. Like, she sees pictures on the wall of him and his family. And she just like asking, who's that? He's like, oh, that's my mom. That's my brother. And things like that. And she's like, oh, they're so beautiful. They're so beautiful. And things like that. Next thing you know, she's on the kitchen counter and they're making out again. This man could not keep his lips off of this girl. Next thing you know, her back is on the kitchen counter. Her legs open, his head in her hootie hot at the bottom. Yes, it's going down. Next thing you know, mysterious condoms appear. And they are getting it on in this man's kitchen. Sage is really living a hot girl summer. She is over there sweating. And like, the moans are going, everything. He's flipping her. He's turning her. Next thing you know, they're on his bed. And Sage, at this point, is like, whew, I haven't done this for a while. But he is turning her out. So Sage is like, hold on, I gotta go to the bathroom. Like, we gotta pause, time out. So Sage is going to the bathroom. She gets her phone and stuff like that. And she's texting her girls like, y'all, I think I'm in love. And then she's like, this is weird, but the way he is fucking me right now, I ain't never seen this before. So I need him. I need it. And she's like, y'all, I'ma stay with him the night or whatever. And they go, girl, no, you need to bring your ass back. And she's like, Tammy, I can't. It's real good, girl. She drops her location and stuff like that. Fast forward, they continue to have sex, and Sage ends up spending the night. And that is the episode of the trip. The next episode, I'm gonna give y'all a little teaser, but the next episode, Sage and Anthony are still going to be getting to know each other. It's gonna be her last day in Miami, but something pops up. Who pops up? We don't know. Is it a who, a what, a why, and then something pops up. We don't know if it's gonna be related to Sage and Anthony or it has something to do with the other girls who were down there for the girls trip during the weekend. So once again, Sage is dating out here. I don't know if the girl's gonna fall in love. I don't know if the girl's gonna get her heart broken. But all I know is I just hope she's having fun, wrapping up, and not just fucking random ass niggas throughout this season. Because, whoo, it's getting a little spicy, But thank you guys for tuning in again to Dating After Marriage on Channel Yam with your girl Candace with the K. See you later.
Every single thing you do, you